Spirit-filled does not exempt us from the extremities of life. I believe one of the great mysteries of the hour is why do bad things happen to good people. This young man said to me the other day, he said, well, if it's going to have problems in the saved, and if the saved are going to have to fight the devil, then why do I want to be saved? I said, I'll tell you why. It'll give you a refuge. It'll give you a hiding place. You got somebody to lean on. I'm telling you tonight, even though he was religious, even though he was moral, even though he was good, it could not restore the health of that little girl. It tells me something else. He was not only a religious man, it tells me tonight that he was a ruler. The Bible said he is a ruler of the synagogue. Here's a man that tells other men what to do. He is a man of power. He is a man of authority. He is a man of prestige. He tells grown men what to do, and they obey his commands. But now this daddy, he's faced with something of all of his authority and all of his power. He can't command that disease to leave that little girl's body. This is bigger than daddy. This is greater than daddy. He doesn't have the authority to cast the disease out of this little girl. Amen. For the first time in Jairus' life, he's come up against something that was bigger than his religion, and bigger than his prestige, and bigger than his position in society. He doesn't have enough power to heal that little girl. He is not only a ruler, he is not only religious, but I believe that he is rich. He is a ruler of the synagogue. You say, how much money did he have? Well, he had enough money to buy a piece of land. He had enough money to have a house. He had enough money to have a wife. And he had enough money to have a daughter. And God in heaven knows it takes a lot of money to have a wife and a daughter, and a daughter, and a daughter. You got to sing every night of your life to keep up with a wife and a daughter and a daughter. He's got money to buy land. He's got money to buy groceries. But watch in the text. He doesn't have enough money to buy the healing of that little girl. He doesn't have enough money to buy her one more second. He doesn't have enough money to buy her one more breath. You know what this man has realized? It's over his head. It's beyond his pocket. And it's out of his hands. I mean, Daddy don't have enough power. Daddy's not been good enough. And Daddy's not rich enough to take care of that little girl. You know what he realized? I got a problem I can't solve. I got a mountain I can't climb. I got an ocean I can't swim. I got a battle I can't win. I got a burden I can't carry. I got a wilderness that I cannot get across. And I want to tell you something tonight. The extremities of life and the trials of life and the burdens of life, it ought not to drive us from God and make us cold against God. It ought to drive us to God. It ought to push us to God. It ought to cause us to say, oh God, I can't do this. But I'm glad that God can. Someone said, preacher, it's been a while since I hungered and thirst for God. It's been a while since I got real serious after God. You know what you just told me? It's been a long time since you've had a problem you couldn't solve, and a mountain you couldn't climb, and an ocean you couldn't swim. Because when you come up against it, and it's beyond your pocket, and it's out of your hand, and it's over your head, when we can't, honey, I'm glad there's one. There's a cattle of 1,000 hills. I'm glad there is one that can do what we cannot do. It can go where we cannot go. It can save what we cannot save. It was a mandate that drove him to prayer. And tonight, prayer is not our last resort.
Amen, brother.
It'll be our first resort.
Yes, sir.
You say, preacher, I'm in this room tonight and I feel like Jairus. I got a bill that I cannot pay. I've got a burden that I cannot carry. I've got a disease I cannot heal. I've got a child I cannot reach. Oh, preacher, I've got a fight, but I cannot win. Well, you're in the right place at the right time. Because I'm telling you about somebody that's in the third heaven, that's sitting on the right hand of God the Father. And you can lay hold on him tonight. You can get a hold of him tonight. You can touch him tonight. Because I've come to tell you about somebody that can go where I cannot go. And say what I cannot say. And do what I cannot do. Somebody needs to go get him tonight. Somebody needs to go give God tonight the mandate of his prayer. That's what drove him to the master. Number two, I want you to see in the text not only the mandate, but I want you to see the mission. I want you to see here is a man that is on a mission. In my mind's eye, I can see him. He is in that house. He's down by that bed. That little girl is fever. It's raging in her body. Pain is going through her little body. Her skin is ashen white. Her eyes are rolled back in her head. That death gurgle is in her throat. Any moment, him and his little wife are going to take her out in the cemetery. I see that daddy leads her across that bed and kisses her on the cheek and rubs her little face like a daddy. But I believe he whispers something in her ear. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. I've heard of another daddy. I've heard of another father. I'm about to run on that point. Hold on, baby. Daddy don't have enough power. Daddy don't have enough good works. Daddy don't have enough money. But I've heard about another daddy. And I've heard about another father. I'm going to go and get him. Hang on, baby. I'm going for God. Hang on, honey. Daddy, be back in a minute. I just believe I'll come home with somebody that can do exceeding and abundant. Lord, you're glad to use a sinner. Lost without God, going to hell for the last time. Somebody that got a hold of God and gone to your place. God did what you could not do for yourself. Talk about faith to leave.